Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is Take on Tottenham. And full-time result: Crystal Palace 3, Tottenham 0. I don't even know where to begin. You have the international break. Everything looked really positive, really not perfect by any means. But it was three solid performances from Spurs prior to that. Obviously, 3 clean sheets as well. And things have happened, obviously, over the international break with injuries and obviously the fiasco going on with the Brazil-Argentina match. And Spurs get absolutely brought down to earth. And yeah, it's quite the contrast to the other side of the international break. But let's get into it. So, obviously, massively changed team. Harry Winks brought in. Ndombele was on the bench as well, which is his first appearance in a Nuno team. Didn't come on, but it's it's the closest he's got to the first team under Nuno so far. So obviously didn't get his deadline day move. And then right from the offset, you just got this feeling it was going to be one of those days. Eric Dyer injured, I think it was like 11 minutes in. Like I said, I gave him some flack last season. I think rightfully so, because the performances weren't there. But Eric Dyer has been very solid this season so far. Obviously, only being 3 games. But yeah, injured 10 minutes into the game. Joe Rodon comes on. Got a lot of praise for Joe Rodon, but I'll say that towards the end of the video. And then you just sort of look at it and you just go, like, injury-wise, you've got Dyer, Sonny. I know Skip played today, but he took a knock on international break. I think Bergwijn as well took a knock as well out on international duty. And then obviously you've got Lo Celso, Romero, Sanchez, all not available for selection either. And it really, for me, it really told, it was there to see that Spurs missed those players. Obviously, the way Palace played, again, I haven't said this yet, but Palace fully deserved the win. I don't want to take anything away from Crystal Palace. From minute 1 to minute 93, they were the better team, and they deserved the win. They completely outplayed Spurs and deserved the win. Great performance. Players didn't stop running. And Spurs couldn't replicate that. And to be honest, Spurs didn't ask any questions of that either. They let Palace do what they want. They didn't have that attitude of wanting to run until the very last seconds. And it was really, really visible to see. And yeah, I just don't want it to come across that I don't think Palace didn't deserve the win at all. They fully deserved the win. I thought they were excellent today. I just think as well, it is also, you have to take into account that Spurs are missing so many key players. Is it an excuse? No, because the team that they put out should be good enough to do something at least. We look at players like Harry Winks and things like this, and you think, time for these guys to step up. You've got an opportunity, time to step up. And it just didn't happen. First 20 minutes, really, it was tight, but again, no team really wanted to take hold of the match, but I thought Lucas Moura was really impressive at that point. And then just really a frustrating half in general. I thought the first half was so sort of tight between both teams. Palace finished it stronger. Kane was invisible. Skip, I thought, was really struggling as well. Dele struggled a lot today, playing at higher. He was in a higher role than what he has been playing in. And I felt like he actually struggled more. I thought he's been playing very, very well this season, Dele, in his role where he's constantly running from box to box. He just seemed to struggle a bit more today. But yeah, no chasing. Passing, the quality of passing was so poor. And Hugo made a big save towards the end of the first half as well. Second half, now we've got to talk about it. The melee that happened, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there was just a big thing that happened. So basically, just for context, I think it was Lucas Moura got got fouled. I think it was more anyway. Palace decided to play on, as they're absolutely entitled to do. And I think the ball got it got thread all the way down to Zaha, who had him and Emerson Royale had been having a good battle most of the afternoon. It got thread through to Wilfried Zaha, and Japhet Tanganga did one of those fouls. It was a foul. I'm not going to say it's not a foul. He did one of those fouls that you're going to get a yellow card for. You're breaking up the play. You know exactly what you're doing. It's a very sort of statement sort of foul as well, because I think obviously Spurs felt a bit like the foul should be given on more up the pitch. Pretty much took Zaha out. It wasn't like it wasn't like he 2-footed him or anything like that, but it was a foul. It was a yellow card. Wilfried Zaha then reacts, really, I think badly as well, and it kind of had this thing happen where handbags and everything, and it just blew up, and I think Zaha is such a good player. I think he's a really brilliant player. I think, probably is Crystal Palace's best player. He's got such talent. But I always find, and I don't watch him every week, but I always find that the guy just has an issue if anybody tackles him. Anyone goes in on him, he will have an issue with it. He doesn't like being fouled. Jack Grealish is the same player in the way that it draws fouls. Jack Grealish, most foul player, I think, last season as well. Wilfried Zaha is always going to be drawing fouls. He's fast, he's nimble, he's got all the footwork and everything. He's going to draw fouls. Unfortunately, it just feels like every time I've seen him, anytime he gets fouled, he just takes it as this massive personal attack, and he just draws such an issue on it. And I think he reacted pretty badly to that challenge. I understand people, will say rightfully so. But it just seemed really unnecessary, and he got all up in Tanganga's face. He pushed his face as well. And both players were carded, but it's just something that I always, like I said, I really rate him as a player, but I just really don't like about Zaha is this attitude of, you can't foul me, how dare you, sort of thing. But that's just my opinion. And I felt as well with the way the game was going, they were obviously going down that right, well, their left side, our right side, a lot more in that game. And I think Spurs they really missed Sonny today, because it would have freed up a lot of space on the left hand side. There not much play going down that side today. And then key point, Japhet Tanganga on a yellow card, made a stupid tackle. I've got no complaints about the sending off. It was a silly challenge to do. Obviously still a bit all, caught up in the moment of a couple of minutes prior. Made a silly tackle, got a yellow card, got sent off, and he will learn from it. Of course he will. I really rate Tanganga. He's had such a good start to the season. And it's just a learning curve. It's a silly challenge. He'll know that, but no complaints. And then it makes it all worse, doesn't it, with the centre-back crisis that we've got at the minute. So we've got no Dyer, we've got no Romero, we've got no Sanchez, and now we have no Tanganga. That's 4 centre-backs just off at the minute that we can't use. We got to talk about Sergio Reguilon. A critique I often have about Reguilon is defensively can be pulled into question, but then offensively he is fantastic. He's fast, he can whip really good balls in. Really good left wing back. Today, he just did the Uno reverse card. So, basically, offensively, he was terrible today. Defensively, was brilliant. Making some really key tackles. He made such a really absolutely fantastic block, clearance off the line. Ball looped over Hugo Lloris. Looked like it was going to loop in. And Reguilon, I think he got his head on it or something, but he managed to get it off the line. Defensively, was great today. Offensively, terrible. I think I saw 3 different crosses that he went to whip it in, and he just fed it along the ball, along the floor to a Palace player. So many times that happened. That was interesting. Penalty, no complaints either. Ben Davies, hands out. it's not one of these, oh, VAR wronged us sort of thing. It was a blatant penalty. Got no complaints about it. I just thought it was a bit silly from David. I don't know why his hand was out there, like he was showing someone, come, look this way. Look over here. Look at all this room that you can admire. Oh, wait, he's already hit it. And just a poor performance, really. Too many performances like this over the years. And it's something that Nuno's, first loss in the league under Nuno, big learning curve for him. But these performances need to be gone over the course of the season. If they want to do something and they want to win something and they want to prove people wrong, these performances need to slowly be eradicated. I understand it's not going to be an overnight job sort of thing, but we've seen too many of this performance over the years, be it under Poch, be it under Jose, be it under Nuno, whoever. Even under like Harry, we saw these types of performances, and they just need to. It's the games that even if you play bad, you need your big players to show up. And Kane didn't show up today. Dele, I thought improved in the second half, but didn't really perform how he's been performing the last couple of weeks. And I understand, like I said, they are missing a lot of players, but these guys need to show up. And, I think Nuno as well maybe got it wrong. I would have personally made a couple of subs at half time, but, it is one of those things. You got Ndombele on the bench. I don't even think he came on. Did we even make a third sub? I can't remember. But yeah, it was just a weird performance from Spurs. No desire, and really disappointing. Really, really disappointing. The positives, and there are some. Joe Rodon, I thought was absolutely incredible today. I thought he came on under difficult circumstances, and was superb. And I know, looking at a 3-0 scoreline, you go, well, what's superb about that sort of thing? But, I thought everything that he was required to do, he did it professionally. And considering he's not had much game time, he's a young lad as well. I thought he handled himself very well. And yeah, he was definitely one of the better players today. Speaking of which was Lucas Moura. I thought he was again, out. It's not going to be hard to look brilliant out of the lot that played today. But yeah, he was trying to do something, and he tried to get things going, and just didn't have the look of the draw really. But Lucas Moura, Joe Rodon, I thought were probably our best players today. Sergio Reguilon as well, defensively was great as well, but then offensively was terrible. I thought John Mosseri had a bit of an up and down game as well. I thought that was a bit up and down. And Ben Davies, came on after the sending off and just didn't really cover himself in glory too much either. Obviously conceding the penalty. Was it the second or third goal? Got nutmeg. I think it was the second goal, wasn't it? Got nutmegged. Yeah, it was not a good performance from Spurs at all. Big learning curve for Nuno. He will have to deal with this now and react to it, and we'll see what happens. But like I said, I do think as well, the way this game went out, a lot of stuff going on that right side. I do feel like Sonny had played, it would have freed up. He would have had a lot of space to go on that left side, but it's all hindsight. We have to deal with what the situation is, and we have to accept the defeat. And like I said, rightfully so, because Palace fully deserved it. They were the better team, didn't stop running, and yeah, fully deserved the win. So it's disappointing, but you just gotta say it is what it is, don't you? And that's it. And hopefully Spurs can bounce back in their next game. We are playing in the Europa Conference League on Thursday. I think it's against Rant. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what side they put out for that. But yeah, disappointing from Spurs today, and that's all I've got to say really. I will be seeing you guys in the next video. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. What did you think of the game? What did you think of sending off? The performance? My opinion. It's all pretty terrible today. But yeah, we'll go again hopefully and get back to sort of winning ways when we go out next again. So, like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well to stay up to date with everything I do. And I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, go on you Spurs.